Hello everyone! In this video we're going to draw a rabbit. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. Inside the head circle, draw a curved horizontal line. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later on. On the top left side, draw a curved vertical line for another construction guide. On the bottom left side of the head, draw a small circle as a guide for the muzzle. The left side of this circle should be outside of the head. The top of the circle should touch the horizontal construction guide. On the top right side of the head, make a small mark for the first part of the ear. Pay attention to how high the mark is above the head. Connect the small mark to the head using curved lines to finish the guide for the ear. This guide should be similar to an arc. On the left side, draw the guide for the other ear the same way. Make this ear smaller and thinner than the first ear. Under the head, draw another circle as a guide for the top part of the body. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. First make 4 small marks to indicate the sides of the circle, and then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. This circle should be about 1.5 times the size of the head circle. Don't overlap the head as you draw this circle. Below that, draw another circle as a guide for the lower section of the body. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle as well. This circle should be almost twice as big as the head circle. Draw this circle slightly off to the right. Below the top body circle, draw a small curved line as a guide for the first leg. The shape of this line should be similar to the letter U. Below that, draw another curved line as a guide for the foot. This guide should be similar to a thinner letter U. At the bottom, draw a horizontal line as a guide for the hind foot. Connect the line to the body on the right side using a short sloping line. On the left side, draw a short curved line as a guide for the front part of the foot. On the left side of the body, draw 2 more short curved lines as guides for the other front leg. Use the first leg as a template as you draw these lines. On the bottom left side of the body, draw a short curved line as a guide for the other hind leg. This guide should be similar to an arc on its side. Connect the head to the body using short lines to create the guide for the neck. Connect the body circles on the right side using a long sloping line to create the guide for the torso. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye on top of the horizontal construction guide near the center of the circle. Pay attention to how big the eye is in relation to the head. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the shape. The other eye won't be visible from this angle. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a bigger circle for the pupil. Shade in the pupil. Draw a series of short lines along the top edge of the eye for eyelashes. Draw a few curved lines around the eye for the bare skin. Keep these lines close to the shape of the eye. Now shade the rest of the eye. Use a value that's lighter than the pupil as you shade the eye. Don't overlap the tiny highlight circle as you shade. Add a few short strokes around the eye for a bit of fur. Inside the muzzle, near the left edge, lightly sketch a small triangle for the nose. Pay attention to how small the triangle is in relation to the muzzle. When you get the size and position of the nose right, darken the shape. Make the corners of the nose pointy. Use a wavy line to darken the top edge of the nose. On the right side, draw a curved line for the nostril. Under the nose, draw a line that curves to the right for the first part of the mouth. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the line when you get the shape right. Use short strokes to create a furry texture. Add a short line on the left side to finish the mouth. Darken the left edge of the initial circle to create the muzzle. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the line for a furry texture. Add more short strokes on the right side for the other side of the muzzle. Draw a few lines above the nose for the top part of the muzzle. Draw a series of short strokes along the bottom to create the furry chin. Use the arc on the top right side as a guide to draw the first ear. Darken the arc, but make it slightly thinner at the top and bottom. Draw a series of short strokes along the bottom of the shape for the base of the ear. Inside the shape, draw a few curved lines for the ear's opening. Use short strokes as you draw these lines for a furry texture. Darken the shape on the left to create the other ear. Make the shape wavier as you darken the lines. Use the initial circle as a guide to draw the rest of the head. Darken the left side, but draw a curved line for the eye that's on the other side. Make the bottom right side of the head slightly wider. Use short strokes as you draw the shape for a furry texture. Use the small shapes in the middle of the body as guides to draw the front legs. Darken the outer edges of the shapes on the right to create the first leg. Use short strokes as you darken the lines for a furry texture. Make the line at the top longer. Draw short curved lines along the bottom edge of the shape for the toes. These lines should be similar to the letter U. Darken the outer edges of the shapes on the left to create the other front leg. Add a couple of short curved lines at the bottom to separate the toes. Darken the curved shape at the bottom to create the hind foot. Use short strokes for a furry texture. Draw a couple of short curved lines on the left side for the toes. Each toe should be similar to the letter C. Make the left side of the foot wide. Above the foot, draw a curved line for the top part of the leg. Sketch lightly at first, and when you get the shape right, darken the line using short strokes. Add a few more lines inside the body for fur. Darken the left edge of the lower body circle for the other leg. Darken the shape at the bottom for the other hind foot. Draw a curved line near the tip of the foot to separate the toes. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the body. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. Draw a few short strokes near the top part of the hind leg for the underside of the body. Add a few more short strokes on the top left side of the body for the furry chest. Now erase the initial guidelines. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Don't worry about erasing all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Redraw any of the final lines that you may have accidentally erased. Now shade your drawing. Use a medium value across the body for the fur. Leave the section around the eye, under the head, and along the underside of the body blank for the white fur. Rabbits can have a variety of coat patterns, so you can shade your drawing differently if you'd like. If you have a pet rabbit, try to duplicate its coat pattern on your drawing. Shade lightly at first and gradually build up to darker values. For light values, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for darker values. As you shade, use strokes that go in the direction of the fur. Separate each stroke as you shade so that the white of the paper comes through and creates a more furry texture. Use a darker value throughout the body to create some shadows. Draw a shadow at the bottom using a medium value. Add a few long strokes on the muzzle for whiskers. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep shading until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the rabbit. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.